Good morning, ladies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and my very distinguished colleagues of the noble profession. I'm here before you today with a great lot of honor to present to you Jobelyn, the elixir of life. It is an antioxidant which consists of conglomerate of 27 antioxidants manufactured by nature. It's a blood booster. It helps to increase the CD4 count, the hemoglobin and the PCV count, as well as suppressing a lot of the, it suppresses a lot of the cytokines that cause inflammation. I am Dr. David Abiaokon. In fact, I'm a general surgeon, and that's why I've been using Jobelyn for so long. Postoperatively, I don't even dream of giving blood transfusion except it is very necessary. What I use postoperatively in my hospital is to give Jobelyn orally. Today, I'm here in my capacity as the medical consultant to the manufacturers of Jobelyn, that is Health Forever Products Limited, Ikeja, Lagos. You will agree with me, ladies and gentlemen, that life on planet Earth depends on Krebs cycle, otherwise called citric acid, where oxygen and glucose meet in the mitochondria, go through that process of oxidative phosphorylation, produce energy, ATP, needed for cellular functions, and a host of waste products, including carbon dioxide, water, and free oxygen radicals. Now, the problem with the free oxygen radicals is that they steal electrons and cause oxidation, whereas oxidation leads to cell death and aging of tissues. And I want to believe that any anti-oxidation and antioxidant will lead to wellness maintenance and longevity in us. Now, let's get something fixed in our minds. Free oxygen radicals oxidize, and oxidation is in fact the cause of natural death, aging, and primarily causes 70% of the diseases that afflict human beings. Let's look, for example, oxidation affects DNA, RNA to cause cancer. It affects cell membranes to damage the cells. It oxidizes the white blood cell genes to cause autoimmune disease. And oxidation of the telomerase gene leads to problem with the telomere attached to the end of the chromosomes. Antioxidation, like Jobelyn does, of course, definitely, will lead to reversing of cancer, cell damages, so on and so forth. Ladies and gentlemen, Jobelyn is an antioxidant. Let me just refresh. I know very well that you are conversant with antioxidants, but a refresh won't do any harm. We have 4 natural antioxidants in the human cells. That is coenzyme Q10 that you find in the mitochondria, the catalase, selenoenzyme glutathione peroxidase, which potentiates the CD4 cells, and of course superoxide dismutase. All these work together to neutralize the 10 to 15,000 free radicals generated in our body every day. Antioxidants sustain life on this planet is very well known. And for your information, the reason why the tortoise lives so long is because its cells contain a huge quantity of antioxidants, as was discovered at the Buck Institute, where they furthered the experimentation to confirm this observation. What they did was that they gave synthetic antioxidant to laboratory animals, and they discovered that addition of antioxidants early in the life of these animals did something. It increased their lifespan. Most, but not all, antioxidants are found in colorful fruits and vegetables. No doubt, colleagues normally advise that their patients should eat a lot of fruit and vegetables. Jobelyn is not one antioxidant. It is a conglomerate of 27 antioxidants. A background on Jobelyn. It's a simple herbal dietary supplement, which grows in nature with such potentials. It is, guinea corn, also called sorghum bicolour, dawa or kababa, so on and so forth. It is used medicinally all over the world. That is what we discovered. But mostly in Africa, in the Sahel region and southwestern Nigeria, where they use it for the management of pregnancy, illness, sickle cell disease, leukemia, multiple myeloma, and a host of cardiovascular diseases. Now, that's my interest there. I love Jobelyn, and I use Jobelyn because it's a powerful antioxidant, it's a powerful anti-inflammatory, suppressing a host of cytokines, and it boosts the hemoglobin PCV, and it also increases the CD4 count, something very beneficial when we face people living with HIV/AIDS. Colleagues, I know you shy away quite often when you hear herbal medicine, but I think after listening to me today, you will change your mind. Because in the world now, it is claimed that herbal medicine is worth $16 billion per annum business. And leaving the pecuniary aspect aside, World Health Organization claims that in the third world, over 80% of us depend for Medicare on herbal medication. And apart from that, WHO has been begging governments all over the world to assist in developing herbal medicine. Food as medicine, yes, Jobelyn is food. So said the father of modern medicine, Hippocrates, 2,500 years ago. He said, let food be thy medicine, and medicine from thy food, and I'm simply obeying his orders. Ladies and gentlemen, Jobelyn is very, very, very interesting composition. It has 5 compounds which we use for characterization of substance and quality control, which means every capsule of Jobelyn must contain apigeninidine, luteolinidine, which are 2 powerful health-promoting flavonoid chemicals. And at the University of Hong Kong and the University of Texas, they have discovered that these 3-DXA molecules play a very important role in reducing the risk of cardiovascular disease and cancer. The other 3 very powerful antioxidants are luteolin, apigeninidine, and naringenin. Ladies and gentlemen, powerful observations. You may be wondering what dragged a general surgeon to be involved with herbal medicine. This happened in 1998. A child, a 5-year-old child, sickle cell disordered, who had just undergone a crisis, comes into my hospital with a hemoglobin of 2.9. Unfortunately, this child could not take blood transfusion because she was a Jehovah's Witness. That's the problem. Luckily, I had Jobelyn with me when it was in its crude form. I gave it to her, and within 11 days, the hemoglobin jumped to 5.3. I did a simple clinical observation in my hospital where I gave Jobelyn to 113 anemia patients, and I did 1 to, depending on the age, 1 to 1 BD of Jobelyn daily. And what I discovered after about 3 months of experimentation was every 5 days, I noticed on the average an increase of 0.85 hemoglobin in those patients. Now, I'm very proud of 2 animal experiments done in 2 Nigerian universities, College of Medicine and University of Benin Department of Pharmacology. What they simply did was reduce anemia in the laboratory animals and then try to see what substances could increase back to normal the value of the PCV and hemoglobin. And the result was that Jobelyn restored both PCV and hemoglobin levels to normal in the rabbits. And even those that were healthy, that were not anemic, performed better than they were before. This is the graph of the experimentation. And we also discovered a completely independent research on the internet where one Ogu Mike of the College of Medicine, his result is published, did a similar thing. He gave extract of these sorghum leaves to laboratory animals, and he arrived at the same result. Increase of hemoglobin concentration, red blood cell, and PAC cell. So we are very proud that it is not we, probably, who cooked up the results.